Hey there, science fans. Ever wonder what makes you move? I'm not talking about motivation, but the actual physical force that gets you going. The answer is muscles, specifically skeletal muscles. These incredible tissues are like the engines of your body, allowing you to walk, run, dance, and even lift heavy things. Yep, without muscles, you'd be stuck in one spot. Skeletal muscles are what we call voluntary muscles. That means you consciously decide to move them. Think about raising your hand. Your brain sends a signal and boom. Your arm muscles contract, pulling on your bones and making your hand rise. Pretty cool, right? But muscles are more than just movers. They're also essential for maintaining posture, stabilizing joints, and even generating heat to keep you warm. Pretty impressive for something we often take for granted. So are you ready to dive deeper into the amazing world of skeletal muscles? Let's go. Hold on tight, science explorers, as we zoom in on a skeletal muscle. Imagine a cable made of many smaller cables bundled together. That's kind of what a muscle is like. The smallest units are muscle fibers, which are long, thin cells. These fibers are grouped into bundles called fascicles, kind of like strands in a rope. Each fascicle is wrapped in connective tissue, a bit like the plastic coating on that rope. Finally, all the fascicles are bundled together and surrounded by even more connective tissue, forming the whole muscle. This intricate structure isn't just for looks. The connective tissue provides support and helps transmit the force generated by the muscle fibers to the tendons, which then pull on your bones. It's like a well-coordinated tug-of-war team, but instead of pulling against each other, they work together to create movement. Did you know that not all muscle fibers are created equal? Just like there are different types of cars for different purposes, speedy sports cars, rugged off-road vehicles, and spacious family vans, our bodies have different muscle fiber types for different tasks. Some fibers, called slow twitch or type 1 fibers, are like the marathon runners of the muscle world. They're packed with mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, and are great at using oxygen to produce energy for endurance activities. Then we have fast twitch fibers, which come in two main flavors: type DA and type IDB. Type DA fibers are like the versatile all-rounders. They can use both oxygen and stored energy to fuel their contractions, making them good for activities that require a mix of speed and endurance. Finally, we have the type DB fibers, the sprinters of the muscle world. These powerful fibers rely on stored energy for quick bursts of activity, but they tire out quickly. Think weightlifting or sprinting. Section 4, the calcium connection powering muscle contraction. Okay, we've talked about muscle structure and fiber types, but how do muscles actually contract? The answer lies in a tiny but mighty mineral, calcium. Deep inside each muscle fiber are long, thin filaments made of proteins called actin and myosin. These filaments are arranged in a specific pattern, forming units called sarcomeres. Think of sarcomeres as the tiny engines that power muscle contraction. When a muscle receives a signal from a nerve, it triggers the release of calcium ions within the muscle fiber. These calcium ions bind to specific proteins on the actin filaments, causing a change in shape that allows the myosin heads to attach to the actin. Once attached, the myosin heads pull the actin filaments inwards, like tiny hands pulling on a rope. This shortens the sarcomere, and when many sarcomeres contract at the same time, the entire muscle contracts. It's a beautiful example of how microscopic interactions can create large-scale movements. Section 5. The future of muscle, from the lab to your life. The study of muscles, also known as myology, is a fascinating and rapidly evolving field. Scientists are constantly making new discoveries about how muscles work, how they adapt to exercise, and how they are affected by aging and disease. This research has huge implications for improving human health. For example, understanding how muscles regenerate could lead to new treatments for muscle injuries and diseases like muscular dystrophy. Developing ways to enhance muscle function could help people with mobility issues or improve athletic performance. So the next time you take a step, lift a weight, or even just sit up straight, remember the incredible complexity and power of your skeletal muscles. They are the unsung heroes of your body, working tirelessly to keep you moving and exploring the world around you.